Loretta and I met about 45 years ago. Our daughters went to religious school and were confirmed together, and we were both living in Fullerton, members of Temple Beth Tikva, and we were active in the temple at that time. Well, in 1985, Ellie Berg, who was a friend of mine and president of the Orange County Jewish Federation, asked me to head a study group to assess the need for a Jewish home for the aging. I agreed to lead that group and immediately called Loretta and asked her if she would be a part of that committee and that project.
The idea was that I would join her in this journey, and this wonderful journey, and we learned together and worked together, and it was a wonderful time in our lives.
The study committee met in September of 1985, and it was decided that we would research the need and educate ourselves. When the committee finished its study in March the following year, the research we had done was presented to the Jewish Federation Board. They were very impressed with what we had learned and recognized that there was a great need for a Jewish home, but the Federation didn't have the resources to start the development. Our first members were charter sponsors, and our charter sponsors are all named in the facility here on a board, and they did in fact provide the seed money which enabled us to go forward.
We divided the community into what we called chapters. At that time there were 7 chapters.
And a group of men came together looking at places that were for sale. And it happened that Avon Corporation had decided to divest themselves of the homes that they were building for independent senior living. And that, of course, galvanized the community so that we had to raise money in order to put a down payment. We had 90 days. It was amazing how many people came forward. Loretta and I were at the forefront in the development of Heritage Point. But the truth is that this was a community effort. No 1 or 2 people can do anything of this magnitude alone. And there are many, many people who can and should take pride in their involvement and their part in making this dream become a reality.
I cannot thank the community enough for what has been done for this facility. Many of the people who were originally involved are still involved here. I receive gifts all the time from people in the community, gifts of their time. And I want to thank all those people. And so for me to make the lives of the residents who live here richer, stronger, more interesting, that is your gift to the home. And we want all of you to know that we appreciate it beyond whatever we could say here today.
As we celebrate our 20th anniversary, we have an outstanding Jewish home here, one of the finest in the country. But the needs of the senior population beyond these walls exist. And my dream is to see Heritage Point expand its sites and perhaps help people who are still in their own homes and need help, or perhaps need a center where seniors can congregate on a regular basis. I'd like to see that be a future dream, and hopefully there will be people who come forward who will pick up that dream and carry it into the future.